Have you ever had a day where you spent a few hours on your phone? You watched some interesting videos, you laughed, you even learned a few things. And yet, by the end of the day, you had this feeling that you didn't truly live today? It's a weird feeling, right? Because objectively, your brain was busy all day, and yet your heart feels like something was missing. I think without realizing it, many of us have started confusing consuming life through our screens with participating in life in the real world. And obviously, they're not the same thing. Watching someone hike in Patagonia is not the same as feeling the wind on your own face. Consuming a funny video isn't the same as laughing with your friends until your belly hurts. And watching a motivational video is nowhere near as powerful as taking one courageous step in your own life. Now, I don't think phones are evil. I use mine every day to run my business, to stay connected with friends around the world, and even to shoot this video. But I do think our phones create one major problem. They're incredibly good at giving us a two-dimensional version of the experiences we crave in 3D. They give us pictures of adventure instead of adventures of our own. They let us witness life instead of participating in it fully. But I don't think any of us want to be spectators in life. When you think about your favorite memories, how many of them were while looking at a screen? Probably not too many, right? Because what we remember is laughing with our friends and swimming in a lake, having an amazing late night conversation, noticing something beautiful, or doing something that scares us. I don't think being on our phones less is the goal. I think the goal is to create a life that's so rich, so meaningful, and to participate in it so fully that we forget about our phones. So if you've been watching life more than participating in it lately, I want to share with you 5 experiments that have been hugely useful to me, and that might help you as well to participate more fully. Experiment number 1, start your day participating instead of consuming. Back in 2010, I got my first smartphone. I think it was an iPhone 3. And I got in this habit of waking up first thing in the morning, reaching for my phone and checking my email while I was still in bed. For a few weeks, I started to feel a little bit weird and asking myself, is this really the best way to start my day? So I set up an experiment. I started putting my phone on airplane mode before bed. I would do 5 minutes of meditation, 5 minutes of yoga, and then go take a cold shower. And after breakfast, then I could turn off airplane mode. And very quickly, I started feeling sharper, my energy was better, and I just felt more alive. And now, more than 15 years later, I'm still running that experiment. I still every night put airplane mode on my phone and start the day now ideally with 2 hours from 7 a.m. till 9 a.m. without checking my phone. So if you've been in the habit of checking your phone while you're still in bed, I highly recommend experimenting with putting it on airplane mode before bed. And when you wake up, using that first hour of your day, or at least the first little part of your day, to do something that's good for you. Maybe a little meditation, maybe some yoga, maybe read something inspiring, whatever helps you feel clear and ready for the day. Because the truth is, the world can wait, but the way you start your day sets the tone for the rest of the day. So protect that time, use it wisely, and in my experience, you'll feel a lot better for the entirety of the day. Experiment number 2, delete social media for a week. Back in 2016, I was on Facebook and Instagram, and I started asking myself, is social media making my life better or worse? And the truth is, I didn't know the answer. So I decided to run an experiment. I deleted all social media for 1 month. And throughout that month, I noticed my experience. And honestly, I felt clearer, I felt more engaged with life, and I felt less stressed as well. So when the month was up, I went back on social media for about a week, but that contrast was so clear that right there and then I knew that social media wasn't for me. And I've been off it ever since then. And for me, it's been one of the best decisions of my life. So if you've been questioning how beneficial or detrimental social media is in your life, I invite you to experiment. You already have a lot of data of what your life is with social media in it. Now it might be a great time to find out what it's like without it. So try it out for a week or even a month if you're feeling bold, and just pay attention to your mood, your energy, your productivity, your social life. And at the end of the experiment, you can decide if you want social media in your life, or maybe you want it, but in a different way that you're currently using it. Experiment number 3, protect your focus with do not disturb mode. About a year ago, I started to notice that sometimes I was physically present somewhere, but part of my mind was waiting for the next notification on my phone, the next ping to arise. And the reality is that if we want to participate fully in life, we need to be fully present with what's in front of us. And those notifications are a little bit like if you're having dinner with someone, but every 3 minutes someone taps you on the shoulder and distracts you. That makes it impossible to fully enjoy your dinner, right? Well, I think it's the same with our phone. Now, airplane mode can be a little bit too extreme during the day, so I started using do not disturb mode anytime I'm doing something where I want to be fully engaged, something that's working, creating, having dinner with someone, or even going on for a workout. And I found that it gives me permission to fully engage with what's in front of me and disconnect from technology for the time being. So if you want to increase your presence, increase your focus, and maybe even your productivity, I invite you to experiment with using do not disturb mode during the day when you want to be focused, and take it off when you are available for the digital world. But I think trying to do both at the same time sometimes is very counterproductive. Experiment number 4, go for a walk without your phone. In 2023, I spent a month living in Austin, Texas, and I noticed something that shocked me. I would go run by the river and I would pass by so many people who were walking or running, and almost every single one of them was holding their phone in their hand. That was so confusing to me because it seemed like they wanted to be outdoors and enjoy the river, but they had one foot in the digital world and one foot in the real world. So since then, I've been going daily on a walk without my phone. It's been so freeing, and it's also helped me notice the world around me so much more, the trees and the beautiful buildings, my breath, my thoughts. So if you feel like your attention is being split between the real world and the digital world too much, I invite you to try it out. Go for a walk without your phone and just let yourself be free and appreciate noticing the world around you and the world inside of you. If you're anything like me, you might find that it's a nice break from technology. Experiment number 5, instead of reaching for your phone, take 3 deep breaths. I don't know if you've noticed, but for most people nowadays, it's become an unconscious habit the moment they have a second of free time to just grab for their phone. A couple years ago, I realized I was doing that, so I decided to try something different. Every time I wanted to reach for my phone to pass the time, instead I started taking 3 deep breaths. It's essentially like a little micro meditation. It helps me reset my mind, recenter my energy. And after those 3 breaths, I can decide if I want to grab my phone or not. And I've noticed that many times I don't. It was more of a reflex than an actual desire. So if you want to experience a little bit more peace of mind and presence throughout the day, next time you want to reach for your phone while you're waiting in line or just, have a moment of free time, instead, I invite you to take 3 deep breaths. Just notice what that does for you. And then grab your phone if you want to, or use that time to look around you, connect with someone, think, practice some gratitude. I think there's better things we can do with our time, to be honest. So we live in this fascinating time where the world around us is rich with possibilities and beauty, but the digital world is pulling at our attention more than ever. And I think all of us have to ask ourselves how we want to be in relationship to this. Yesterday, I was walking by the park without my phone, and there was about a dozen kids playing, and they were so alive. They were running around, laughing, creating their own little games. And this thought occurred to me that many of these kids, which are about 10 years old, in 2 or 3 years, they might get their first cell phone. They might get on TikTok or Snapchat. And many of them will start to move away from participating in life like they were doing in the park and start consuming life through their phone. And honestly, that made me a little bit sad. But the good news is that even as adults, we haven't lost the ability to engage with life fully. We've just forgotten, we've just gotten distracted by devices. So I hope today was a reminder to you and maybe an inspiration to try at least one of these experiments so you can spend less time consuming life and more time participating in it fully. So now I'd love to hear from you. What's the experiment you heard about today that you're inspired to try? What would you like to commit to? Please let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. And if you want more videos like this on thriving and being fully alive in the modern world, please subscribe. Got a lot more stuff coming for you. But for now, just remember, there's such a beautiful world around and it's inviting you to participate. So I hope you say yes, because there's so much to explore and discover. For now, wish you an amazing rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video.